I drew amber catching and fossilizing a mate. I love gooey, goldeny, translucent, glowing, exuberant, orangey, burnt, browny, viscous, flowing in layers of what will become amber. I want to start a new project unrelated to mites, but I am like amber. Things get stuck to me and absorbed by me, stuck to me and fossilized through my videos. I like fluids for a sensory reason. Maybe I could get interested in physics and fluid dynamics. The mite had lost its host, and the amber said, "Don't worry, you have me. I will fossilize you and you will always be with me inside, even if your spirit is no longer with us." I love how thick and viscous tar pits are. My friend Patient X has borderline personality disorder and worries about being emotionally consumed by other people or becoming one with other people or controlled by them. This is known as a fear of emotional engulfment. Patient X is also scared of animals that physically engulf prey whole, like snakes. To give Patient X exposure therapy, I drew them being engulfed by a tar pit. Tar is very sticky and hard to escape as you struggle. The sensory idea of being stuck in tar or playing with tar is very interesting and appealing. However, I would probably feel trapped and claustrophobic. And that's just how Patient X will feel. Wah! Wah! Ha 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 ha! Wah! Ha 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 ha! Cold and salty water is dense and sinks, whereas warm and less salty water rises. This creates a current in the ocean where water cools and then sinks, and water warms and then rises. The difference in density means the water doesn't mix that much and forms layers in the ocean. A layer of warm, less salty water is on top, and a denser layer of cold, more salty water is on the bottom. This is known as the thermohaline current. I'd love to immerse myself in a big thermohaline current person. I'd love to feel the cold, salty, dense water that resists and constricts my movement as I push against it. Then I'd like to feel the warm, less salty water, where I would feel free, unhindered by the light water. I float around as light as a feather, energized by the heat of the water. I'd love to feel the difference between the two layers of water and compare them. I love fossils, and my friend Patient X will become fossilized in the tar pit. In thousands of years' time, their fossil skeleton will be found. By that time, they will have domesticated fennec foxes, which are real foxes with huge ears. Like with dogs, the domesticated fox's ears will become floppy. In the future, Patient X's skeleton takes their domesticated pet fennec fox for a walk on a lead. Patient X loves their little fox friend, and like dogs, their fox friend can tell when Patient X is dissociating, and the little fox cares for Patient X when they're not well. In the future, parts of Earth's ocean may lose their oxygen, and the fish will die. This is known as anoxia. In the story, there is an ocean anoxia person who is dead water without oxygen, full of dead fishes. Amber lasts for millions of years, and in the future, the amber person will have hardened. They will be all chiseled in appearance. Their fist will contain the dead mite they trapped millions of years ago. The amber person is known as Mite Fist. In the future, patient X's dead skeleton, the dead oxygen-deprived water person, and the amber and dead mite inside the amber all join forces to become the Dead Avengers. Patient X likes canines, like foxes, dogs, and wolves. In the future, dire wolves have been brought back, and as well as a pet fox, Patient X has a pet dire wolf to defend themselves. In Doctor Who, Daleks have squid-like creatures living inside them. In Doctor Who, there is still living, decomposed goo that used to be Daleks. In Doctor Who, you don't really see the decomposed Daleks, so I made up what they might look like. I like the sensory aspect of Daleks that have decomposed into a gooey ooze. I drew a decomposing Dalek with my mom's hair and pink skin colour. The decomposing Daleks were going to invade Earth. It was up to the Dead Avengers to stop them. Before we have the ultimate showdown, it is important to remember that while Patient X has a condition called OSDD, and the conditions OSDD and DID used to be known as multiple personalities disorder, people with multiple personalities disorder don't have personality states that are serial killers. Well, hang on, actually, the person's abuser can actually become a personality state of theirs. So the person's abuser can become what's called a perpetrator and traject, and this can be a personality state. So I guess you probably could actually have a personality state that was a serial killer. However, it is important to remember that regardless of what conditions you have, we all internalize other people's thoughts, beliefs, and values. And that doesn't mean we all go around killing people, whether you're someone with that condition or someone with no conditions. So that's why it's important to remember that people with multiple personality states are more likely to be the victims of future harm and they're less likely to actually cause harm. Now, having said that, let's throw out all good representation of multiple personality states and have an epic battle to the death! Come on! The Daleks were defeated, and this meant the time paradox was resolved. Patient X could go back in time and see their dog again and get married to their partner and live happily ever after.